Hey guys, welcome. Just takes a few seconds for the live streams to join us, so we don't say much at the start of these live streams. Plus, we like to balance into each other's energy frequency to join consciousness. So, hey guys, feel free to chat away. I see there's 2 or 3 of you on. Feel free to say hi in the chat so we can connect energies, because it helps if you guys talk to me. It helps us connect energies so I can tap into the global energy collective and get a reading of the collective global energy. So perhaps I guess we'll start now. We've got 4 people on. Might not get many more on initially at this time of day. Aha, we have a message. Hi, Crystal. Yeah, I'm well for being back on live stream with you guys in alignment. So the September energies. So for some years now, personally, but also collectively, this time of year, like September, October, as we approach the equinox period. Hey, Diaspora. Welcome. Yes, so this time of year, every September, October, I'm just trying to tune into your guys' energies, just trying to harmonize. Just give me one moment. Yeah, energies have been very discordant today, very bibbly-babbly, so easy to get knocked off sync. So if we just take a few moments to harmonize and tune into each other's energies and create a high-frequency energy between us, a bubble reality outside the chaos of the outside world. So I am being guided to look at the planets. So this is something I'm starting to incorporate in my excitement, my theme, my calling, my live streams. Just something I've become interested in as part of this global energy reading thing is astrology. So I don't know much about it. So I am a Virgo. I'm just going to read Virgo, I think. There is a lot of humor and laughter entering your life right now, correct? And it will keep you feeling mellow, content, and laid back. Mostly. This is a very good thing since a lot of facts about your future are in a fog right now. Yep. The inability to see what's next should be looked at as a good thing, not a bad thing. Yes. Think of your upcoming days as a series of surprises. There's no doubt that you will have the right attitude about the uncertainties you need to deal with now. Yeah, it can be a bit scary for the ego, this uncertainty. And so where are we? Where are you guys gone? Hi, Lilypad. Raining. Nice. So, hi, Danny. Bonjour. I wondered if you were French, being as you keep helping me with my French issues with my cards. So what star sign are you guys? This isn't really, I was looking, not really the side of astrology I was looking at, like daily horoscopes. I was becoming interested in what planets are in what sign, and just how the planets affect the global consciousness. I'm more interested in the global collective consciousness. If anyone's got any tips on how I can get an easy reading of the global collective consciousness, I want like a daily chart, really. I think a chart for the day. Let me type that in. Daily astrology chart. Daily. So you can tell I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's get back to something I don't know what I'm talking about while we're contemplating astrology. Taurus and Aquarius. Oh, thanks, Jason. $5, much appreciated. What do you mean, Jason? By Jason's just made a super chat, so you guys can also super chat if you wish and get your question highlighted, so it definitely gets answered, because sometimes they can get lost in so many questions. And also it's a way to donate to me to help me do this more often, which would be cool. And so thanks, Jason. So you were visited, Jason says, I was visited by an extraterrestrial being last night. So what do you mean by that, Jason? Can you be a bit more specific in what dimension, what layer, realm of consciousness, in like the waking state, in physical reality, or in I know it can be hard to determine what dimension sometimes, but the best you can. Was it like in physical reality, or was it in dream time, or like in meditation, or you saw like an ethereal image and it was somewhere in between in your bedroom? Or but thanks for your donation. Thank you very much. And very interesting. I'm intrigued to hear more. You would have caught my attention with that comment, without the donation, I assure you. So while we're waiting for Jason to reply, see if he replies. Taurus, Aquarius, and Taurus. We've got 2 Taurus, 1 Aquarius, and 1 Sagittarius. So Crystal Nobles is Taurus, and Danny Gilbert is Taurus. So we'll do a quick have a look at Taurus quickly. So I'm at cafeastrology.com now. Taurus daily horoscope. With your practical affairs today, dear Taurus, traditional methods tend to be the ones that work best for you. You're thoroughly enjoying putting in the extra effort, or your efforts are recognized and appreciated. I didn't quite understand that. Maybe you guys do. Your ideas for work and methods are strong. Your common sense doesn't go unnoticed now, and people enjoy the fact that they can count on you. For those looking for a job, there can be good leads today. Also today, Pallas moves into your solar 5th house following Mercury there. Until November the 5th, you're in an excellent position to bring more structure, intelligence, and creativity to your hobbies, projects, and leisure time. You're in an, I'll read that again. Until November the 4th, you're in an excellent position to bring more structure, intelligence, and creativity to your hobbies, projects, and leisure times. Or reread calling, excitement, passion, mission. Your creations may stand out unimpressed now, and you might thoroughly enjoy sharing your ideas with others. Your tastes for entertainment may be different or unique in the coming weeks. Certainly attracted to you highly unique and interesting people. That's cool, but I need to understand this myself. It's no point in just reading other people's stuff, although it's very helpful. Oh, thank you, Jason. Is that another $5? Thank you. Watson? Okay, Jason's replied, and he says, in the woken state, which is very interesting, because that's what everyone wants, physical contact, didn't they? Or they think they want it until it happens. It's a little scary. He had an alien ovipositor. What's an ovipositor? I'm going to Google it. I've never heard that word. The ovipositor is an organ used by some animals for the laying of eggs. In insects, an ovipositor consists of a maximum of 3 pairs of appendages. I can't even talk about what I've just come across. It was an ovipositor. No, I won't talk. It was quite bizarre, but it was mentioned in Whitley Strieber. I don't know if you know what Whitley Strieber's famous for. It's anal probing. So, sorry guys, I'm getting distracted, getting lost in the internet world. So ovipositor, so it's some sort of like, is it like when you see on like insects, they sometimes have a white tube come out for laying the eggs, and the eggs come out of that. Yeah, I'm interested to hear more, Jason. As much information as you're willing to share. I'm always fascinated to hear about accounts. I'm probably going to start interviewing people soon on all sorts of topics around consciousness, but I'm sure that I'll include extraterrestrial contactees and abductees. So yeah, any more information, I'm sure lots of people here are interested to hear, Jason. We're all fascinated, a lot of us here are fascinated by extraterrestrials. Anyway, in the meantime, I know what I need to find. There was something I found on astrology. It just tells us what sign the planets are in. So what sign of zodiac are planets in? Planetstoday.com. Yeah, this is what I found before. Cool. So, who are you guys? This interests me more. I've got an image up. I'm going to try and get them to allow me to share this. I've used this before, so I'll email the planet. It's called the planetstoday.com. So it's an image of what planets are in what signs. So you guys were saying Taurus. So let's look what you guys were. Taurus, you got Uranus in Taurus. So is that right? We had 2 people in Taurus. So some of the top chat has no, it hasn't. Yeah, 2 people in Taurus. Okay, so 2 people in Taurus. We've got Uranus in Taurus. So what does Uranus mean in astrology? Here we go, Cafe Astrology again. This seems quite a good site. Uranus, god of the sky and the heavens, is the ruler of Aquarius. In astrology, the energies of Uranus are electric and crammed with change. So if you guys are still on, Crystal or Danny, you said you were Taurus, or anyone else that's Taurus? Does this ring true to you at present? In astrology, the energies of Uranus are electric and crammed with change. Uranus is forward-looking. It balks at tradition and celebrates originality and individuality. My kind of planet. Uranus is a big help on this path then for us guys. So you guys should be using the energy of Uranus. He's just moving out of your sign, or has it just moved into it? I don't know. I know, it looks like Uranus is going to be with you for a couple of months. Yeah, it looks like Uranus is quite slow moving through the signs. Maybe they all are. I'm sure they're different speeds. So yeah, so you guys, Danny and Crystal, was it? You've got Uranus in you for a couple of months yet, it looks like, and you can use this energy to really push forward with your missions, your calling. So Uranus is a real good planet for us starseeds, us for aligning with our mission, using that energy, because it says in astrology, the energies of Uranus are electric and crammed with change. Yes. Uranus is forward-looking. Yes. It balks at tradition. Yes. And celebrates originality and individuality. Woohoo! Uranus is associated with technology, innovation, discovery, and all that is progressive. Innovation, because our paths and our calling are all about innovation, like creating new things. Innovation doesn't just have to do with like innovation in technology, and it can be innovative in any way, I guess. Uranus is associated with enlightenment, progressiveness, objectivity, novelty, and ingenuity. Negative expression of Uranus is rebelliousness without a cause and irresponsibility. Yes, it's very much like a star seed energy, or an indigo child energy. Like, it makes me think of like some people say that like Johnny Rotten, the big punk rocker, was like one of the first indigo kids of his age, and it's like he just lost his way a bit, so rebelling, in a non-positive way. We rebel in a positive way, rebel towards the light. So hey Victor, hi Funsenbar, hi Maxis. Yeah, the energies are very strong at present. Yes, so around this time every year, it seems we get hit by like upgrading energies, and it's starting now. I don't know if any of you have noticed it, but it can be quite intense, quite challenging. It can bring a lot of our shadow to the surface, and the energies are just very strong. It can symptoms can be like anxiety, especially waking up in the morning with anxiety and like panicking about stuff. The mind's really like going into panic mode because the mind's being dissolved. This is what's happening. The higher frequencies coming in from the galaxy, the galactic consciousness energies from the center of the galaxy, the center of creation, are like upgrading our consciousness. But what happens when we get forced to upgrade like this is that our fears can come to the surface, and we can become anxious and tense and fearful and depressed as our negative energy frequencies go down. So it's really important at the minute to keep our energies as high as possible, to stay aligned, to follow our excitement, to do what resonates with us, to keep our frequency high, to stay in a positive state and stay connected to like-minded people like this, because this is we keep each other high. And it can be a good time to like go places. Like if you're called to go somewhere, listen to your resonance and being around people a lot, because like these high frequency energies are starting to like wake up regular people, but they don't understand it, and they're just experiencing like anger and like confusion and anxiety and sort of it, and you can like perpetuate each other and like reflect it back to each other, and you can get out of control. So it's really important when the frequencies are high at this time to follow your excitement, trust your intuition. You know what I mean? If you're really getting a strong calling, like you don't want to go to work, just take a day or two off. You're not going to get the sack just for taking 1 or 2 sickies. You know what I mean? Because this is the time to like use up them sickies if you have to, because the energies are going to be really strong, I think, over the next couple of months. And if you're really feeling like you don't feel like going to work one day, with a real heavy feeling, and you go in, you might become that out of alignment, that you'll just create lots of negative energy that will reflect back to you. So, and we're manifesting so much faster now. So this is why it's so important to stay in the positive frequencies, because we're like karma and the law of attraction, everything's reflecting back to us so fast now. And I'm sure a lot of you are noticing that like synchronicity is happening a lot, and like what we focus on, manifests. So it's so important to stay in a high energy all the time. So if we're in a positive energy, even if we're not manifesting millions of pounds, at least we're going to manifest back a positive environment that keeps our energy high in frequency and pleasant and balanced, and we don't get like sucked into lower vibrations that can spiral out of control, especially on this planet. So let's have a look at another astrology sign. So someone else said they were Aquarius, diaspora. I'm not sure if diaspora is still here, but we'll look at Aquarius energy. Aquarius. What's in Aquarius? See, we're all learning as we go, unless some of you guys are already experienced. Mars is right on the edge of Aquarius. So I think we all know a little about Mars, don't we? In cafeastrology.com/Mars. Mars, the god of war, is the ruler of Aries. In astrology, Mars is the planet of energy, action, and desire. It is the survival instinct and can be thought of as the leftover animal nature of man. Ooh. Mars rules our animal instincts for aggression, anger, and survival. Our sexual desires come under the rule of Mars. Whereas Venus rules romantic attraction, Mars is most associated with basic body attraction. This is the planet of action rather than reaction. With Mars, there is no contemplation before action. The drive associated with Mars differs from that of the Sun in that it is self-assertive rather than assertion of the will. It is raw energy rather than creative energy. Mars is the push that gets us out of the bed in the morning, our drive and our desire nature and our active energy. When we are acting out our Mars, we are assertive, directive, forthright, and adventurous. On the negative side, we can be impulsive, rash, impatient, aggressive, and forceful. In the chart, the position of Mars by sign shows our basic sexual nature, how we express our anger, our temper, what makes us angry, and our first instinct to act. Our competitive nature is revealed in the nature of Mars's sign. By house, the position of Mars shows the area of life where we apply our drive and express our enthusiasm. Planets that Mars contacts are colored with action and self-assertion. These planets can represent the kinds of experiences we seek. And that's a very male energy. There's a male symbol here. So, people still on. 17 people on, just listening to me speak stuff from cafeastrology.com/Mars. So, oh, you're welcome, Diaspora. You're still here. Cool. So, a Diaspora is saying, once I saw large planet, deep, dusky orange disk like a low rising full moon, surfaced all my fears. Yeah, that's what tends to happen when you have a UFO sighting, especially when you know it's definitely extraterrestrial and it's not human and it's really there. It's like, oh my gosh, this is real. Should I get out of here? Am I going to be abducted? What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was real. Oh, hi. Yeah. Seek the Truth says, hi, you believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. One consciousness. Yeah. Source, infinite consciousness. God, from my perspective, is all that is. Or everything in creation, the infinite consciousness. Awareness, source consciousness, source awareness, as all things. God. I, the all-seeing I. Any news from Gaia? It's funny you say that, Crystal, because I seem to remember I got a message from Gaia. Yeah. It's interesting, Crystal, because what you call Gaia is, I've been tapping into like the collective consciousness of this planet, and sort of, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember now, but there was something. I'll see if it comes to me. Anyway, we'll get on with the daily reading. I seek the truth. You're saying, what is the daily reading? The daily reading is where I do a tarot card reading to reflect the collective consciousness of humanity today, the collective consciousness of all, the collective, I'm not sure if I quite want to call it Gaia, more the collective human consciousness. which is sort of Gaia in a way, I guess, but it's I sense it as different. It's like, because Gaia has her own consciousness, but also humanity can create a consciousness around Gaia, a collective telepathic mind, which yeah, the tarot readings can point to the future. Of course, traditionally tarot readings are pointing to the future, but more what I'm doing is I'm reading the present energy. I'm not telling the future energy. I'm tapping into the present energy. What is that card? It's the Joker. Lamat. Are you still with us? Danny, are you still there, Danny? What is Lamat? Anyone know what that means? What is this card? I presume it's a Joker. I've not seen a Joker in a tarot pack before. Lamat. So we've got the Joker. Well, the Joker's there to mix everything up, isn't he? I sort of felt like I was the Joker myself today. Just like, you know, the Joker is almost like a manifestation of the higher self, like dropping into reality to play tricks on people and create like energy to mix things up, to disturb realities. You drop a Joker in and like reality can change. You don't know where things are going to go. Lamat. I'll type it in Google. Lamat. No, it's just coming up with a gun. No, there is one here. Yeah, I've seen. Oh, there are tarot cards in the middle of it. Yeah. Oh no. No, I think it's the Fool. It's the Fool. Lamat is the Fool. It's the Fool. Yeah, because the Fool is card 0. So that's why it's got no number. It is a real card. I'm pretty sure it's the Fool. Yeah, Lamat. It's the Fool. So it's not a Joker. We don't have a Joker in this tarot pack. So the Fool is the person at the start of their spiritual path, and the person who has completed their spiritual path. This is why card 0 is why it's called card 0, because it's the first and the last card of the tarot pack, because the tarot pack depicts the spiritual journey. The cards 1 through 20 of the major arcana. How many major arcana are there? 22. Cards 1 through 22 of the major arcana depict the spiritual journey. And it's supposed to be like a linear journey. It doesn't always happen, I don't think, exactly linearly. You can skip back and forth and it does mix up a lot. But generally, it's supposed to be a story of a linear journey. So you got 0 and 1 here. So we start as the Fool on a spiritual journey, because you don't know anything. You think you're like, oh, I'm really excited. I'm into spirituality. I found a new life. Yes, I finally found my calling. All I got to do is like pray to the angels and meditate, and I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life. Woohoo! And that's the start of the spiritual journey, and that's why you're the Fool. Because if you've been on the spiritual journey longer than just a few weeks, you'll know that spiritual journey isn't so easy as that. It's a bit foolish to believe that the evolution of the evolution of consciousness itself is going to be easy and just meditate to the angels and bliss out. So but it's also the last card, because when you attain self-realization, you realize you know nothing, because you come to the point where all things are possible and nothing is true, the point of true paradox, where you're centered in the center of creation and all truths are true and anything is possible. And kind of like in quantum physics, where they call it superposition, where everything exists and you're just in like a Zen state and you can't know anything, because it's not possible to know anything because you transcended mental thoughts. So that's why the Fool is the first and the last card of the tarot deck, because you don't know anything at the beginning of your journey and the end of the journey. And that's why it's card 0 and it has no number. And then le battleur. So So perhaps we have a few people who are new to the spiritual journey with us today, and that's why these cards are coming out. Or perhaps we've got some guys who are enlightened, and that's why it's coming out. More likely the first one, I should imagine. So yes, so you guys are fools. No offense. It just means being innocent, just like embarking on the path of the spiritual journey, not really knowing anything about it. It's an exciting time, an amazing time to be on the spiritual journey. And the best advice I could give you at this point is to not believe in anything. Relax your beliefs as much as possible. The less you buy into any specific belief system, the more easy you will find this spiritual path, and the faster you will accelerate. So, and then the next step on the spiritual journey. So you've had some sort of awakening or something. You've had like a sudden insight that there's, you've got a strong sense that spirituality is real, and you're like diving in head first. You're fascinated by spirituality, so you're diving into your journey. You're really excited, a little bit foolish, perhaps, no idea what you're embarking on. Like you're about to embark on a journey into the infinite consciousness of creation itself, and you just think it's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to meditate a bit, it's going to be cool. No, it's going to be insane. so that's the start of the journey. But now you like been there a little while, and you're getting the idea of manifestation. You've been exploring the law of attraction a bit, the secrets, manifestation, abundance, and you're like, yeah, I like the idea of this. I want to manifest some abundance. So you got the magician, le battleur, and you begin the battle of manifestation as it can be. And if I was going to give you a tip on manifestation, visualize what you want, or align with what's your highest excitement, visualize that, and then let it go. Don't hold on to it. The secret to manifestation is letting go of everything. You could probably explain that in the symbolism of this. It's interesting, the colors used in this deck. I think the colors on these cards mean specific things: yellow, blue, orange. The symbolism is very deep in the tarot. And red, blue, and yellow. I guess red, we could say, is the grounding energy. Red is the color of the magi. We often see the color red associated with magicians. And this is because red is a grounding energy. Red is like the root chakra, physical reality, survival, existence. So it's associated with physical reality. And perhaps the blue symbolizes the higher consciousness being used to manifest in the physical reality. Yeah, so today's energy is all about, perhaps we're having quite a lot of people awakening at the minute, new people awakening, and this is similar. Card 1 and 2 on the spiritual deck, or 0 and 1, I should say. So I won't be surprised because the energies are so strong at the minute. These September waves. So I feel like we just got hit by like a second or third wave of consciousness. They're waking people up. So there's going to be a lot of people new to this. So perhaps there's a lot of people waking up globally today and finding passion. This is the secret. And I can sense this in the energy today as well. That passion, the ability to use passion is in the air today. Some impetus to follow our excitement, perhaps that Uranus type energy combined with the Mars type energy, maybe creates passion. So we've got the beginning of our spiritual journey and the beginning of learning to manifest a new reality through the law of attraction with passion. And this is the secret: passion for life. Follow your passion, and this is the secret. This is all you need to know. You started your journey, you manifest your own reality, you create your own reality, follow your highest excitement, follow your joy, follow your passion. And these are the energies we can work with today. Manifestation of excitement. So in the midst of this intense energy today, we can actually use this powerful energy to manifest our highest excitement, our passion, and our calling. So that's today's energy reading. So you guys have disappeared. Oh, you're back. Sometimes the top chat disappears. Miles Zalewiski says, apologies if I didn't get your name right, Miles. Miles Zalewiski. Hey, Jonathan. Man, I've only just been watching your videos from the past 3 days. Haha. First time I've heard of the Yahyel. You got my attention, friend. Welcome, Miles. Welcome. Hang around just to explore it a bit. See what you think to the information. It's the information that's most important. If you can use the information to your benefit, cool. It can certainly transform and accelerate your life. Bateleur was a mix of acrobat and clown for sure in ancient time, but close to a magician. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Clown, acrobat and clown. Because apparently in indigenous cultures in South America, I believe, and Central America, traditionally the clown has been a symbol of higher self, the higher self. So it's so what like an acrobat and a clown might mean to us in other cultures might mean different things. So I think we will call it a day there. We got the reading in. Yeah, I think we've done everything. Cheryl Peterson says, we haven't had a Yahyel ship sighting lately. They still out there? Yes, I'm sure. It's yeah, they seem to be hanging back a bit. I think they're just sort of hanging off while we evolve. We're going through a very intense period of transformation at the minute. They might think it's a bit too much to interject their consciousness into our reality. They might think they're going to tip us over the edge. I don't think we need any higher energy at the minute. It's quite intense and very transformative. So I think they're going to hold off until the energies balance out a bit. Likely next spring. No, it can't be as dark and intense as last winter. Because last winter was very intense and transformative and purging and heavy energies. So, and this was initiated by the September waves of last year. So, but from what I get is it's just going to be shorter and sharper this year, not going to be so prolonged. So I think September, October, maybe a bit into November, it's going to be quite intense, and we're going to be forced to surrender a lot, just like lie down and die. If sometimes it can feel like that in meditation, just like your mind's going crazy and it feels like all you can do is just surrender and let yourself die, and it's not very pleasant. And that's the sort of thing that you can go through with these September waves. But just know that if you do experience any intense experiences like that, it's the death of your ego. It's the falling away of the parts of you that aren't real, and it's natural. And after you've gone through these experiences quite a few times, you just like, you just sort of rest into it a bit more, because you know you're not really going to die, and you just you can choose to go in and out of a bit. We can always sort of choose to take our mind off. There's nothing wrong with like taking a break and watching a movie now and again. I might even watch a movie myself tonight. It's been an intense period for me last week or two or month or lifetime. So thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on. You've helped me. My frequency went a bit off earlier. I was doing some, I still work as a gardener, which is resonating somewhat in some way, but it wasn't today. I shouldn't have been doing it all day. And I I gave someone a lift into town. It all went crazy. My energies went off. So I came back here and I'm like, right, I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to prove to myself that all I have to do is get back on track. And it worked. As soon as I had the thought, I'm going to do a live stream, my frequency just went straight up and I got really excited. So thanks to you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for allowing me to do the live stream for you guys. So, and this is how it goes. The more you go down your path, and the more you align with your excitement, the more when you step out of your excitement, it can really knock you off kilter, and it gets harder and harder to do things that don't resonate. It's why it's so challenging, and it's like we don't get any respite. We did get some respite, to be fair. Thanks, God. Thanks. Thank you, God. I should be more humble. But we had a very nice summer, didn't we? Where there's a lot of good energy for a lot of the summer, more than I've known for a long time. But now we've got to like get down. We've got to process some more stuff. Got to burn off some more energies. That's what the energy is about in a minute. Maxis Scans says, can you teach channeling? Yes, I can teach channeling, and that's I've had a lot of success teaching channeling to people. I do like teaching channeling. I've been having a little bit of a break from the channeling in general. It's I'm beginning to start up again, so I haven't taught anyone channeling for a while. I do group every now and again. I'll do a group teaching channeling. I don't know if I'm doing that again. I probably will do it again at some point, I should imagine. But I also do private one-to-one teach channeling sessions. You can check out my website. No, you can't. It's down. I need my website will be up again in a week or so or two. But yeah. If you want to do a learn to channel session, I charge. What do I charge? £70 for 1 hour. 70 British pounds for 1 hour for a learn to channel session, and they might be going up. I'm probably going to put the prices up. It just takes so much energy to do these kind of things. I can't do it like that regularly, so it's not really worth my while doing it for like I got to charge for it, so I might be putting the prices up. That's the point. So even though it's already 70 British pounds, which I know in some countries is a lot of money. So it's summer in Montreal this year. It's still summer in Montreal this year. 32°C today, even hotter tomorrow. So thank God, yes. Wow, that's pretty hot for Montreal, isn't it, at this time of year? Montreal, Canada? Montreal? Yeah. I think Montreal's in Canada. I hope I'm right. Can you tell any alien to visit me? I cannot tell any alien to do anything, and I would not tell anyone to do anything. But you can ask yourself. And if you're like really excited and interested, you can put it out there to creation to invite extraterrestrial consciousness into your reality, and be open to it, and be open to it coming in a lot of ways, because they tend to prefer to communicate in either through dream time or during meditation, or they communicate through synchronicity as well, I believe. Certainly connected to our higher self some way. But I need to make sure they are benevolent. Are they telepathic? Okay, as long as you hold it in your consciousness that you only want to connect with benevolent beings, and you're doing this for a positive reason, you're doing this out of love or out of a positive energy, as long as you're doing it all out of a positive energy, you are most likely, highly likely, I say highly likely because nothing's impossible in creation, so you can't say anything for definite, but 99% sure, if you stay centered in, don't want to scare you, no, but stay centered in positive energy, you're only going to attract, or most 99.9% of the time, 99.99% of the time, you're only going to attract back to you positive oriented loving creations. And it's pretty easy really to tell if a being's benevolent or not. People say they can trick you, and maybe they can, some people when you're not used to it, but it's about becoming sensitive to the energy. You connect to how does this being make me feel? If you're like overflowing with love and joy and crying your eyes out, that's a good sign that you're connected to a benevolent being. Yeah, it's really just about tuning in. Does this feel loving? Does this feel exciting? Does this feel positive? Does this feel uplifting? You know what I mean? The positive ETs, you can play it safe if you like, by just saying to your higher self, I only want to speak to a very high level consciousness, a very high, perhaps like a 6th density ET. And because once you get up to like high densities and high dimensions of consciousness, because like 6th density, they won't really be physical. They might have the ability to take on a physical body, but they've transcended beyond that. But when you're up even in 4th density, you only get very high. You can get 4th density negative, but that's highly unlikely to connect with because you're centered on positive energy. And so a 4th density positive extraterrestrial will be highly focused around love and light and bliss. So you'll be very safe because you'll be able to sense the love and the light and bliss in the being. But what you can do is you can like play it even safer, and you can, when you're starting out, you can say to your higher self, look, can I just have a very high level, like a 6th density, like you're very coming up to like angelic levels of consciousness, like extraterrestrial, and then they'll just be very pure, very serene, and you'll instantly know when you know what I mean. It can stir up fear in you still because it can trigger stuff in you. But when you sense that energy, it'll be you'll know that it's high. It'll feel like bliss, that ecstasy. When you make a real connection, it blows your mind. The first time you make a true connection with one of your guides, because it will be one of your guides that comes through initially. The first time you make one of these connections, it like blows your mind. Like I just cried my eyes out the first time because there's so much bliss and so much joy. I didn't even know it was possible to experience that much joy on planet Earth until that point. So when I connected with their frequency and experienced that very high resonance joy energy of the extraterrestrials, it can be very obvious, that they're positive because you've like in bliss and ecstasy and love, and like your entire reality is shattered. But it's not always that obvious, but generally you can tell their frequency, I believe. And I've never really had any fear anyway, because I'm like, my opinion is like, if we're connected telepathically, what harm can they do to me? And of course they can, because they can mess with you mentally, but I've never really had any fear there, because they can mess with you mentally, but so can like plenty of people on planet Earth. There's fewer darker energies than planet Earth, so there's nothing to be afraid of, because we've had the worst of it, like for most of us on planet Earth anyway, with our politicians. No, not all of them. I'm sure there's some good politicians out there. There's got to be some love light oriented politicians on this planet, aren't there? There's got to be. Has to be. Okay. So welcome, guys. If you want to make a donation to support these live streams, you can use Super Chats. I think you can donate anything from $1 or $2, and you can also, and it gets your question highlighted as well. So if you want to, so I don't see all the questions, because when so many come through and I'm talking so much, I tend not to see I don't see all the questions. So if you want to get your question highlighted and ask me a question, you can use the Super Chat at the bottom where you click the $ and press, or you can just make a donation that way and say hi to support me in future live streams and survival on planet Earth. So thanks, guys. I think we'll call it a day there, because I'm pretty tired. And have a great day. Thank you for helping me get my frequency back aligned and remind me what my passion and calling is. Hey, Angel Cisneros. Angel Cisneros. Come back soon, Angel. Hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm online. Yeah, I've been nearly an hour. So I can't live stream forever. I'm trying to start doing this regularly. So I want to make sure I don't burn out like so many people burn out on YouTube. I've done it before. And so I don't want to be like live streaming for too long. I'm doing it almost every day at the minute. So I have to force myself to stop because I could just do it for ages because I enjoy doing it. But yeah, watch a good movie. Well said, Cheryl. Well said, Cheryl. Let's all unplug. So everyone unplug tonight, yeah? Like everyone unplug, watch a movie. I mean, follow your highest excitement, but it feels a good time to unplug. Energies are quite intense. Surely we can, I don't know, my higher self might let me watch a movie. It depends whether it resonates or not. My higher self might have other ideas for me. But thanks, guys. So thoroughly enjoyed this. And thank you to Jason Miller for making 2 $5 donations. I think he made 2. I don't know if it's just 1 or 2, but thanks, Jason, anyway. Thank you very much. And for sharing your information about the extraterrestrial visitation. So thanks, guys. Keep your if you like, subscribe or click the bell or whatever, you'll see when I go live stream, so it pop up on your phone, because I don't do it at regular times, but I'm doing it most days at the minute, it seems. So thanks for being here with us, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. So a new awakening is spreading the earth. People are learning the power of manifestation, and they are aligning with their passion and their calling. The new awakening on planet Earth. The new awakening on planet Earth. The new awakening on planet Earth. Welcome. Have a great day, guys. See you soon. Yeah, cool that you West Coasters was able to meet us. Have a good day, guys. Bye.